Most content creators on YouTube spend 30 days to create, script, and ship a quality YouTube video. Let me show you how to do it in 2 hours. I just posted a YouTube video about what I learned from Atomic Habits and how it made my business grow from $1 million to $60 million. And what specific 5 principles I got from this book, specifically for me as a founder. And this content is designed for founders, entrepreneurs that are stuck at 7 figures, that have a glass ceiling, want to break that in order to grow to 8 figures and then sell for 9 figures. So I think that's interesting because it is the story of this book, but customized for founders. And how can you ship and post that video in less than 2 hours? That's the challenge here. So let me show you how I do it. First of all, I go to Goodreads.com. Okay, cool. Then I look for Atomic Habits. That book has a ton of ratings. What I'm most interested in is 2,840 quotes. Let's look at them. The first page, it means it's 100 pages. Who cares? But even here, I'm at 59 likes, and up here, I'm in 900. So what is relevant here is I'm just copying and pasting exactly that. With that, I go to ChatGPT. I have here, YouTube scripts, and let's do this. I actually show you how to do it. New chat. I say, I want this. Then I take the new macOS. Okay, I go to the top in the most weirdest way ever. Okay, so here it's the same. And then I do this. I have this prompt. What does this prompt do? We go through it in a second. So I take that, go back here, paste it in. I hit enter. Let me just show you. From all these quotes, I want to create maximum 20 slides. I'm a founder. I can do slides. I can present, right? It's just something I can do. For that reason, create me 20 slides out of this. Exactly. It's a visual anchor on screen while the presenter speaks. Then I teach ChatGPT the language that I want to use. So instead of methodology, use method or way. Instead of transform, say change. Teach the AI to not sound like AI. Once that is done, section 2, how to do formatting of the text. Section 3, simplify, timeframes, transformation. Come up with the key aspects, then structure the slides, hook, sphere, problem, blah, blah, blah. Section 5 examples. It's just good practice. Quality control, checklist, like review, do a couple of iterations, and then wait for the answers. You see, it's quite a complex query because it iteratively takes content, creates content, improves content, and does it over and over again until it's getting really good. Here we go. Slide 1. Why your goals aren't working. Yeah, strong hook. Likely here would say focus on habits, not willpower, but I'm a systems guy, so that's why I came up with that. Then I would show slide 3, Atomic Habits, would pitch the book, say what I learned from it, share that these things work. More than 1 million readers. Here are the 4 principles that made me become the founder I needed to be, building up the habits I had to build to grow my business to more than $60 million in revenue. Principle number 1, identity before outcomes. That makes so much sense because you have to become the person that is a $100 million founder. Once you are that, you can build it and do it over and over again. So identity becomes 4 outcomes, 100%. If you focus on shaping your identity, outcomes will follow. Your actions are votes for identity. So your actions shape your identity. That's true. That therefore ask yourself, what would future me do to become future me? Exactly. Yeah, you do it every day. I would rephrase that. That's not good. That leads us to principle number 2. Habits beat goals. Habits is progress. Goals is stall. I would like to say something where habits lead to progress. Goals give you direction. So they're really important to combine. Love the process, results will come. I would separate these into 2 or just focus on love the process because that is so hard. Every founder is struggling with that. We're living for the future. In the future, it's going to be nice and fancy and cool and chill, but today is just pain. We need to change that. Pro stick to the schedule. Yeah, your calendar is your CEO, essentially. Leads us to principle number 3. Tiny steps, tiny actions compound. Small wins every day, big change. Makes sense. Keep cutting the tree. It will fall eventually. And then principle number 4 is design your world, design your habits, focus on good habits, cut out bad habits, copy the right people with the right habits, get proximity, and then get going today. 1 habit, 1 action. Key stories. Okay. Fair enough. Visuals. Yeah, I would just put these on slides. Done that over here. They would say, and I work with speaker notes. You see that? This is my script because I'm a founder. I know how to build slides. So these are the 5 principles that I learned to grow my revenue to over $60 million from the book Atomic Habits. Then I copy and paste from here why it's on working. I call it here goal setting is not enough. And then I come in with that's the hook. Then I share a story and then the takeaway, what I learned. So the main thing that I'm doing is I need these 20 slides. Then I'm creating the talk track. And once I have that, I need a strong CTA in the end. I actually create empty slides here. I then switch just to me reading from the presenter what the hook or the CTA is. Once I then go into the slide. For the hook, I can do this. Say, I go to YouTube. I put in, let's say, killer hooks. Take this one.
Visual hooks. I say this a lot, but visual hooks are so
I go to YouTube, someone that gives me a YouTube transcript, close the ads. No one wants the ads. Copy the transcript, close the ad, go to ChatGPT, and now I can dictate. I need now a hook for slide deck. Please use the framework provided to come up with a killer hook that uses the hook framework provided. And as an example, I will provide another intro that I really like. Okay, so here's what I do now. That's the instruction. I then say framework. I now just copy and paste the script in. The script is the transcript of this video. And now I want to create an intro sample. Saw an interesting one recently about how someone reviewed the book.
If you're saying things like, but Dea, this is my reality.
I again go to YouTube transcript. Paste. Obviously, I don't want a whole video. I just want the intro. Please use framework provided. Let's call it framework transcript. Intro example, I think I call it, right? With a killer hook. Use the example and rewrite video written in my tone of voice. ChatGPT knows by now what my tone of voice is. Includer would work now with swipe files, writing guidelines, project files. I could also do that here. GPT can do the same now. Haven't done it yet. This is a simple way to do it. It's fine. If the output sucks, I would do it. Whenever the output sucks, more context and more duration. At least he got what I was saying. Yeah, my ideal customer profile is not lazy. They work too hard almost. Very hard, too hard. That's not a good one. Founders listen. Okay, calling out the ideal customer. I like it. Winners and losers have the same goals. So why do some scale and others stall? Oh, I like it. I like hook C. Tailored more for my target audience. Founders who are always busy, fail to do anything right because they have 10 different obligations and struggle to make family and themselves happy, and create a little bit more tension in a dance between winners and losers to show that habits and what they do every single day, so their identity is what makes the difference, not how much time they put in. And connect that to the first slide and give me the script word for word. You ever feel like you're wearing 10 different hats? Founder, parent, partner, creator. No matter how many hours you put in, you are still falling. You're doing everything right. You've got goals, deadlines, Slack pings, investor calls, but somehow you're failing. It's not bad. I could just do the same thing now, getting a YouTube video, putting it in, or I say, please come up with a CTA, a call to action that makes people watch my next video that I will show on an end screen so that they keep on binging content. And I would say I have another video about the total winner mindset. That could be another a good one that helps them to not just shape habits, but to foster the mindset that will make them win like Michael Jordan or Tiger Woods did. Okay, let's see what we come up with. Show me. Okay, maybe like I can tell you why it's not strong. The first one, yeah, it's okay. It's a bit short. I don't like the structure. I want to have a framework for CTA. You learn how to build systems that win. No, like this video was about habits, atomic habits. So 100% not. You fixed your system. No, you did not. You just watched a video. How to end a video. So it's this one. Let's take it. Close the ads. Use the transcript provided above to create the framework on how great YouTube video endings should be done. Then apply that framework to this particular video about Atomic Habits by James Clear and what I learned from it as a founder, and make them excited to watch the next video, which is taking it one level up to create and foster the right mindset to win and become a total winner. Okay, let's give it a go. Let's see what happens. I should bake in a couple of iterations here on this one, as I did with the slides. That makes it think more. Okay, don't end your video, redirect your viewers' attention. That makes sense. This is now getting better, see? Hey, you know what's wild? Every founder I know wants better habits, but the ones who actually win, they don't just build habits, they build a winner identity. It's not bad. That will be the outro. Then I copy and paste that over here to the intro slide and then outro slide here. Then the only thing I do is I go to presenter options. I say I want to have the presenter view, and that gives me, you likely won't see this, but it shows this thing full screen. I can then copy and paste that, and you have the presenter view. Just play around with it. It's a little window that you can move right into your teleprompter, and then I have exactly my notes where they need to be, and I can then show my screen and talk exactly what I just scripted. That's what we're doing. So then next, you record the video. I use the software called Ecamm. I can show you that in another video, but I have different screens. I can do screen share. I can do full on. I can share my iPad. I can switch between cameras, and this is really cool. Yeah, and then with that, I get a file and I upload that to my Google Drive. Actually, one more thing I did, I used just Photo Booth to create a couple of YouTube thumbnails right after producing the video. Yeah, and then here is the Ecamm live recording, as you see. 2 gigs, just uploaded. I had before a Google Doc with a couple of notes on what I want to talk about, but that doesn't matter anymore because it became part of the slide deck. Yep, and once it's in here, 2 things can happen. Either I put it into CapCut and I cut out or cut it together. CapCut is likely the simplest editing tool I've ever used. It's Canva for pictures and slides, and it's CapCut for videos. Yeah, that's how to put it. That can also be done by an editor if you have one. I wouldn't use AI yet, it's just not good enough. And then you can post it to YouTube. That's it. Then I use another prompt to create the description for the YouTube video. First, the title, the opening credentials, the main value paragraph, the discovery paragraph, target audience, and so on. Copy it in here. It knows now this is about atomic habits. So boom. That makes sense. It still needs to have the transcript of the video. So here's what I do. I now go to a company called Descript. You also get it from, by the way, CapCut. If you have edited everything, it will give you exactly that. This is me. Of course, this won't work for timestamps, but it doesn't matter because it's still not edited. So we need the transcript for GPT. Your video title. That's a good one. Let's maybe think about the video title. YouTube video title. April Lynn.
If just 5 to 10 words determine the success of your next video,
Based on the transcript provided on how to generate great titles, create a framework on how to come up with great titles, and give me your top 5 titles for my Atomic Habit video for founders that unlocked me to grow my revenue from $1 million to $60 million. Okay. How Atomic Habits took me from $1 million to $60 million. The habit system that scaled my business and my identity. Why most founders stay stuck at $1 million? I was overwhelmed at $1 million until I changed one habit. Okay, I like this one. I was stuck at $1 million until I changed one habit. I mean, $1 million sounds already pretty big. So you could say something like, I felt blocked at making revenue. I was stuck to make my first dollar until I changed one habit. The 60 million lesson I learned from Atomic Habits, title pairing. It's also good because title and thumbnail, they need to be paired and built on top of each other. Export, transcript, export, download, save. Atomic Habits video transcript title. We're stuck in 100K. So this will now automatically refer to the outro. My name is Matt Bellmann. I'm a founder and CEO who scaled my company from $1 million to over $60 million in revenue. That is what I learned about building better systems, not just better goals, and how one habit shift changed everything. Okay, yeah. So with that, we've created the slides, the intro, the outro, and the YouTube video description. Let's do one more thing, which is the talk track. So back to ChatGPT. I want it specific, relatable, trustworthy, no BS. No fluff, no AI talk, super to the point. If you cannot provide that, ask me questions. Put these questions right where you want me to answer them so that the talk track of each slide improves. But give me now the full script, including everything, and put the questions in the part of the script where you need them so that I can just share and answer that question on that slide to make it relatable. Okay, that's how I would do it. It's really important to script the intro and the outro, and the middle part we have slides that help us to go from A to B. And now I need some more information and thoughts what I can share and talk about for each slide. Of course, I would review it another final time and maybe a few times to really make it my script based on my experience and my value that I want to share. Because if I share shit, no one's going to like it or view it or share it. So here it is. And look, this is interesting. You don't fail because your goals are wrong. You fail because your habits don't support them. That was me. 12-hour days, inbox exploding. I just need better goals. So everything was always about goals. No, but actually it's about habits, and not just my habits, but my company habits. Because a company is a set of people, and the habits of these people together leads to success. Right? So that's something, the perspective that I would bring in here. What was the specific goal you obsessed over that didn't move the needle? Doubling revenue, and then you just get frustrated because you don't hit it. When did you first realize goal setting wasn't fixing the chaos? Yeah, it could even be demotivating. People were like, oh no, again, stretch goal, thank you, no. Okay, and then it goes into the slides. See, this is cool. This is in content creators world, they call it content calls, where the content strategist or social media manager or whoever is responsible, can also be AI by now, just asks you questions and gets the most interesting insights out of you. And with that question, you can just talk freely, or again, by creating a script about what would be a great story that shows that exactly that here is the case. And that goes on for every single slide until slide 20. And then closing CTA. If this helped you build habits, then your next move is mindset. That's it. Then you record it with Ecamm, you upload it, you edit it, description, thumbnail. Okay, thumbnail is missing. Thumbnail we have already, right? Thumbnail I put in here. Okay, let me show you how to work on that. You go to Canva, YouTube thumbnails. So you just upload that image and then you put text on it as you like. You download it and you got it. So you have your thumbnail, you have your title, you have your YouTube video description, you have your video itself, you have the software that you're using. Your video has a really nice hook. It has a body, 5 principles. It's done in a presentation way, which is something that you can do. It has an outro with a CTA to the next video. And there you go. People are binging your content. Watch time goes up, retention goes up. YouTube promotes your videos. You get more followers, you got more views. And then eventually people go down your funnel and buy your offers, your products. So that was a quick example on how you can build a system to build a YouTube video that takes less than 30 days, which is what most content creators spend. You can do all of it, including recording, the uploading, the editing, and posting it in less than 2 hours. So if that is exciting, give me a thumbs up and watch the actual video that came out of that, which is Atomic Habits and what I learned from it as a founder. And let me know what you think. Talk soon. Bye-bye.